I've just completed a 7-day detox to help with my manifestations. And if you're struggling with yours, then this is for you. In this video, I'll show you exactly what happens to your imagination over 7 days and how important these are every now and then. But first, picture this. Imagine someone hands you a glass full of muddy water and asks you to read what's written on a piece of paper at the bottom. You can't, the water is too cloudy. You shake the jar, hoping to clear it, but shaking it just stirs it up even further. The only thing that will ever let you read what's at the bottom is leaving the jar still, long enough for the sediment to settle. Your imagination works the same way. It isn't broken or weak. It's just been so continuously stirred up by everything that you've been pouring into it that nothing has had a chance to settle. And the deep creative power that's supposed to produce your reality has been operating all of your life through water you haven't allowed to clear in years. And this 7-day detox is the jar being set down. So the first day is the hardest and you really notice it. You reach for your phone before you even think about reaching for it. You'll feel vague and restlessness in moments that used to be filled with a quick scroll. Conversations you'd normally let drift into complaint will start to feel uncomfortable because you've decided to either step away from them or steer them somewhere else, and both options take active attention. You'll notice something else as well, the pull. You'll start to see how often and how unconsciously your hand moves toward distraction, how rarely you sit in stillness without immediately filling it, and how automatically the entire pattern has become. This day is uncomfortable, and it should be. You're starting to feel the muscle that's been doing the steering. Most of us never feel it because we've never stopped using it long enough to realize it's there. By the evening of day 1, you'll be exhausted in a way that has nothing to do with effort. That's the noise leaving your system for the first time in years. So day 2 is where most of us quit. The novelty of day 1 has worn off. The pull is still there, but it's now joined by something that's harder to articulate. A low-level anxiety, a sense that you should be doing something, checking something, or reacting to something. The mind doesn't like the absence of input. It's been trained to expect a constant feed, and the absence of that feed feels for a little while at least like something is wrong. It isn't. What you're feeling is the withdrawal of stimulation, not the appearance of a problem. But the mind doesn't make that distinction in the moment. It just feels the absence and interprets it as discomfort. The trick is to stay in it. Don't try and fix it or fill it. Just notice that this is what your inner world has been like, underneath the noise for years, and you've been outrunning it the entire time. We'll come back to what that absence becomes by the end of the week. So something starts to change on day 3, not in a big way, but in a small change to the quality of your attention. You'll find yourself looking at something, a tree, a building, a person walking past, and you'll actually see it for a second longer than you usually would. Your inner monologue, which on day 1 was a kind of constant scrolling commentary, starts to slow. You'll have a thought that you haven't had in months, maybe even years. Something old or something genuine, something that wasn't a reaction to anything you've just consumed, and you'll realize how rare that's become. This is the sediment in the jar beginning to settle. Not all the way, but enough for the water at the top to start clearing, and what was always underneath is becoming visible. By day 4, something comes back that we'd almost forgotten about, the ability to imagine in detail. Not vague visualizations or half-formed images, but actual imagination, the kind where you can hold a scene, inhabit it, feel it is real, and stay there long enough for it to register in your nervous system as something that's happened. This is what Neville Goddard meant when he said that your imagination is God. Not the watered-down version of imagination we use occasionally, the faculty itself restored to working order, given the condition it needs to operate in depth. The reason we struggle with manifestations is the imagination that's doing the work is only operating at 5%, drowned out by constant input, reaction, and low-level distraction. By day 4, the percentage starts climbing for the first time in years, and you'll start feeling the difference immediately. Assumptions that you've been trying to hold for weeks suddenly start to feel possible. The states you've been trying to enter become accessible. The work you've been trying to do externally suddenly has the internal condition it needed all along. So day 5 brings a different kind of change. You'll notice how things that would have brought an immediate reaction before, they don't pull in the same way. A piece of news, a difficult message, or a passing irritation, the reaction is still there, you haven't gone numb, but there is a space between the appearance and the response that wasn't there before. This is the most underrated benefit of the entire week. It's the one that changes everything going forward. Because every reaction you have is the imagination producing more of what you reacted to. Every time you immediately feed a situation with your full attention, you're imagining it into greater solidity. When the reactions slow, the situations they were feeding start to lose that grip. You won't notice this on day 5 necessarily. You'll notice this 3 weeks later looking back, when you realize that something you used to think about constantly has stopped occupying your mind. So by day 6, your inner monologue has changed character completely. What was once background noise, the rehearsing of grievances, the imaginary arguments, the low-grade self-criticism has thinned out considerably, not because you fixed any of it, because you've stopped feeding it with constant external stimulation that was triggering the same loop over and over, and in its place something else starts to appear. Genuine thoughts, insights about situations in your life that have been waiting for enough silence to surface. The deeper layer of your awareness, which has been there the entire time, finally has the bandwidth to make itself heard. And this is the part that surprises people the most. They think that detox means deprivation. What it actually feels like by day 6 is a returning of something you didn't realize you'd lost, the actual makeup of your own thinking, before it got compressed into reaction. So on day 7, something stable settles in, not a feeling but a position. The internal place from which you operate has shifted somewhere. You're not constantly being pulled into whatever appears in front of you. You're not constantly producing the next reaction before the last one is finished. And from this position, manifestation works differently. Because your imagination is now operating from a settled place, rather than a stirred up one. The assumptions you hold actually hold. The state you occupy actually sticks. The internal conditions for what you've been trying to bring into your life are finally in place. This is what was always being described when people talked about going within. The detox just clears enough room for the point to become possible. For me, when it comes to manifestation, you can try any techniques that you want, but if your inner world is not clear, then nothing will work. If you want to try this, do it for 7 days, but do it properly. No social media, no news cycles, no conversations you can't either steer or step away from. Don't replace one input with another. Don't just swap Twitter for podcasts. Sit with the absence and let the jar settle. By day 7, you'll know exactly what your imagination is capable of when it's not drowning. Thank you for being here. Let me know how you get on with this. And as always, I look forward to being with you on the next video. Bye for now.